Alrighty, you guys, we are out here today, and I'm fishing the Doc's Lure Company 8-inch slammer worm, and I'm going to show you guys how I like to fish these baits way out deep in the middle of the water. So what I like to do with these baits is I like to fish them real slow. Really slow, right on the bottom. Not much movement to it. It's just really slowly just kind of sitting on the bottom. And what I like about this bait is, when I get this cast in, I'll try to show it to you. But what I like about this bait is it stands almost straight up. I'll try to show it to you here. Get that little leaf off of there. I don't know if y'all can see it because this spot doesn't have the clearest of water. But if you pop it up, you guys can see that bait is actually out of the water. It's standing straight up. You guys see that right there? That's the worm. And it stands straight up every single time you hop it. That bait kind of sinks down when you hop it, and then it just slowly rises. And that's what I really like about this worm, because when you're in that clear water situations, you can call those fish from a little while away. You know, that fish could be, 10, 15 yards away in that super clear water, and he'll see that worm from that far away, and he'll come over there and investigate what it is. Especially when you pop it up and it kind of dusts up the water a little bit right there where the bait's at. That fish will see that, and he'll come over and investigate it. And when he investigates it, he'll usually bite, because they'll think, hey, this is a big worm, this is a big bait, and this is a big meal for me. I don't have to move very much to get it because it's right here in front of me. It doesn't even care that I'm here. So it just comes up and grabs it. And that's another thing for cold water techniques as well. This is not just a summertime deal. I'll throw this same worm on this same setup in the middle of winter, when there's 30 to 40 degree water. I'll throw this big worm and fish it the same way, real slow on the bottom, because in fish, with their metabolism being so really low, really slow metabolism, they don't really want to go very far to get a meal. And if you present them with this 8-inch worm right there in front of them, they don't have to go very far. They can just kind of slowly swim over it, look down, pick it up, and then they get hooked. And what I normally throw these on is either shaky head, a big belly weighted swim bait hook, or a Texas rig. Normal, just regular old Texas rig. Right now I'm throwing it on a shaky head, as you guys seen a second ago. It's a 1/4 ounce shaky head. I think this is made by War Eagle. I think it's the War Eagle spot remover, or whatever it's called. I think that's what it was called. But I got them on sale, actually. They were only 75 cents. Normal, they were like $4.59, but I got them for 75 cents. I was pretty happy with that deal. And they work great for swim baits as well. You guys, if you guys watched or follow my Facebook, you would have seen the video or the picture I posted today of a nice little bass that completely choked a 4-inch Doc's Lure Company swim bait, fishing this same exact jig head, actually, on the same setup and everything. 12-pound monofilament. This is Eagle Claw monofilament. Not the best monofilament, but it's cheap, and you can you can change it out a lot more times with it because it's cheap. I trust it. I mean, it's not like a line that I don't trust. I'll trust it. If I catch a 5-pounder, I trust it hooking up into a 5-pounder. But the bass have just been eating this bait alive in the past few days. They have been eating it up. Almost, there's a fish right there actually, and he let go, dang it. Hope he's still there. Oh my god, he's been swimming with it the whole time. I hope he didn't swallow the hook. He didn't. Awesome. That's a good thing. Just like I was talking about a little bit ago. He's got a kind of an awkward position, don't you, buddy? He didn't swallow the hook, which is an awesome thing. That's the main thing that I wanted him not to do. I felt him tap it a couple times, and then he just kind of let go. I thought he did, but he was actually swimming with it that whole time. Nice little, probably 1 pounder. I'm going to say, oh, this is the one-eyed bass. This bass is actually a bass that Big Bait Baker caught a while back, and it actually has only one eye. It's really weird. That's pretty cool. See that, you guys? Even a one-eyed bass can find these things. Even a one-eyed bass can find these worms and like them enough to eat them. So there you go. They definitely do catch fish. Y'all have seen my pictures and stuff I posted on Facebook. You guys know I have been catching the crap out of fish with this thing. Which is, it's odd because I was fishing right over there where I just casted this worm. And I come over here and I cast that worm right over there where I was just fishing at. And I catch one. That's interesting. Maybe they're wanting it coming this way. Because that's something that a lot of people don't realize, is that fish really care about the way or the direction that a bait is coming from. And some people don't think they do, but they definitely do. I've fished areas where one side of the pond, it was actually a really small pond. Like, I'm talking half the size of the one I'm at right now. Really tiny pond, but it was stocked full of big bluegill and big bass. It had, like, I think there was a 6-pounder in it at one time, and then somebody took it out without permission. But there was some good bass and a lot of big bluegill in there. And I fished one side of the pond where I was basically casting over 99% of the pond. And I wasn't getting a single bite. And actually, no, that's not true, because I did have one bite on my very first cast. I had a bite on my very first cast, and then after that, not a single bite. And then I went over to the other side and was casting in basically the same exact spots that I was fishing prior, just on a different side of the pond. And lo and behold, I ended up catching like 6 or 7 fish just from that one spot, using a tiny little cheap spinner. And it's like an inline spinner, but it's got a plastic minnow on it. I don't even remember the name of the brand, but it's like, it was like a $1.25 lure, and I ended up catching like 6 fish on it. That fish catch was really weird. I didn't even know he had it. I just thought he messed up the worm, because as I was reeling in, I could feel like there was a little bit of resistance to it. Like I could feel some tension. But like I couldn't feel the fish. Like it didn't feel like it was pulling or anything. So I just kept reeling, and then when I realized it was a fish, because it did a big head shake, I set the hook and I just skied him right on in. There's a locust. I heard him. I don't know where he is though. My dad actually put a locust in this pond earlier today. He wounded it and then threw it into the pond to see what would happen. and big bass and a couple of bluegill came up and tried to eat it. It was really cool. I think I'm going to make one more cast right over there. Then when I'm done with this cast, we'll go ahead and call it a video. I think it's been a pretty good video. I've already covered all the bases, I think. You know, fish these worms really slow. You can fish them in the summertime and the wintertime. You can fish them all year round, really, but the best times that I like to fish them is in late winter, or not late winter, but early spring and late fall. That's when you can really get on a good bite, because them fish are looking for them baits. So, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. This Saturday, I am hoping to go and make a slammer worm challenge. I'm going to make a bunch of them tonight, and I'm going to go fishing with only slammer worms. And I think that's going to be a really fun video, where hopefully I'm going to the pond. It's actually a lake. Hopefully we're going to the lake where I caught my personal best last year, which was a 5.2. And that fish is still in there, and that fish has got to be a lot bigger now. So I'm excited. Hopefully I'll be able to catch some for the video. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And bye.